Hi everybody, and welcome back to Civivi Studio. My name is Seth, and today we're going to take a closer look at the Civivi Riffle. This is a brand new design that was designed by the designers at Civivi. We got 5 new variants to take a look at, so let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so we're looking at the 5 different versions of the Riffle that are going to be available starting March 1st. So depending on when this video comes out, these might already be for sale. If not, then be ready because they'll be popping up online any day. Like I said, March 1st is the release date for the Riffle. This knife here comes in at an overall length of just under 8 inches. We got 7.98 inches. The blade length is 3.46 inches. You can see it's got a nice flat grind on the blade with a generous cutout there that it gives you the ability to get a nice middle finger flip on this knife. You've also got the flipper tab, and one thing that you'll notice on here, there's no contouring on the handle, so you don't have to worry about whether or not it fits your hand as far as those finger grooves go. You're going to be able to find a nice comfortable grip on this handle no matter what. It's going to fit pretty good sized hand. Any medium or large sized hand, you'll be able to get a full 4-finger grip on there with no problem. One thing that I like about this knife is that it's available in really nice color combinations and material combinations. You see we've got 3 micarta colors here that are available. We've got the dark green, the olive, and the brown micarta. And then we've got the only version that has G10 on it is the one that's overlaid with the carbon fiber, and it's got that Damascus blade on there. Then we've got the last version is the Cuiborta wood with the Damascus handle, or with the Damascus blade, which is a super nice combination there. So we've got a newish blade material for Civivi on here. We've got 14C28N is the blade steel. Like I mentioned, it's a flat grind on that blade. The blade thickness is 0.12 inches. And the handle is just under ½ inch at 0.47 inches. That's a pretty lightweight knife. It's 3.38 ounces. It's got just a little back spacer on the back there and skeletonized liners so that you're shaving off some weight from those stainless steel liners in there. All right, with this really generous hole in the blade right here, you get a really nice middle finger flip out of it. You can see we've got some jimping on the top right there to give your thumb a nice purchase. And in the back, you've got this spot for your lanyard attachment and just a small back spacer there. Like I mentioned, you've got that nice middle finger flip ability, or you can just use the flipper tab in the back. So there's the Riffle. Like I said, that's going to be available on March 1st. I mentioned that we have a new version of the Odium coming out, and I wanted to show you that one because it reminds me a lot of this Riffle in that Cuiborta wood. Take a look here at this guy. This is one of the best looking knives that I have seen, I think, in a long time. One of my new favorites for sure. This is a Ferrum Forge design. We have had the Odium was released last year. This is just a new version that's coming out that has that beautiful black Damascus and the Cuiborta wood. And then I also wanted to mention another new release that's coming out. You're probably all familiar with the Trailblazer. We had a video up not too long ago on the same YouTube channel for the slip joints, and we talked about the Trailblazer, which is a nice modern slip joint. We're now coming out with the Trailblazer XL. This is going to be available in 4 different colors. It'll be available in that OD green, the black G10 with the carbon fiber overlay and the Damascus blade. Also a plain black G10, and it'll also be available in the orange, like you see in the standard Trailblazer there. So there's your basic size difference. The Trailblazer XL is going to be 4.15 ounces. An overall length of 7.96. So it's just about the same size as the Riffle that we just looked at. In fact, let's throw one of those in there for comparison as well. You've got a little bit different blade shape there. You've got the drop point blade, if we're comparing it to the Riffle there, but similar with a cutout in the blade and a nice drop point style there. One of the things that I should mention about the Trailblazer XL compared to the Trailblazer itself is there's a lot more tension on that spring in the back. So one of the dangers or the drawbacks of a slip joint that doesn't have a lock on it is that you have that capability to close it without releasing a lock. Now you've just got to make sure that you know what you're using and that you don't ever close it on your fingers. When it's in use, you have the possibility to push it with your thumb if you're not careful and paying attention to what you're doing. However, on the Trailblazer XL, this guy right here has got so much tension on that back lock bar that you are not going to be able to, with your thumb, push that closed. I mean, I say you'll not be able to, and somebody will figure out how, but it's extremely difficult to do, which I think makes this a very safe slip joint to use. But it still makes it legal in those areas where you can't have a lock on your knife, and it works as a traditional slip joint. Another thing that you'll notice that's different is the blade steel. On the original Trailblazer, we had the 14C28N, and on the new Trailblazer XL, we're using D2 steel, with the exception of the Damascus blades. You'll see that the overall length I mentioned is just under 8 inches, a blade length of 3.46 inches, and when it's closed, it's 4.5 inches, and these guys weigh 4.15 ounces. You've got a hollow ground blade on the Trailblazer XL and a nice satin finish on those that are not Damascus. It's tip up, right hand or left hand carry with that reversible pocket clip. And again, we've got stainless steel skeletonized liners and stainless steel materials. This has got bronze washers on the pivot that's going to give it that really nice smooth slip joint action. The Trailblazer XL has an MSRP of $93 and should be available sometime in April. I don't have the official launch date for that one yet, but we're looking at probably the end of April on that one. And like I said, the Riffle, that one's going to be available right now or March 1st. And the Civivi Odium, that's that new style, that's going to be hitting dealers within the April timeframe as well. So keep an eye out for that. If you have any questions about these models or anything else, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I do take a look at those and do my best to answer all the questions that are in there. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.